So to start developing in PHP, you're going to need some sort of environment. And the good news is there's lots of free options. So you could download PHP on its own and some sort of database like MySQL. But what I suggest, especially for new developers, is using a product like xampp, where you kind of get everything in one. It'll give you a control panel that you can use. You can just start processes and stop them. It's pretty great. It'll give you everything you need to follow this tutorial and to create some great websites. Now, to actually write your code, you're going to need to be using a text editor. Now, if you're on Windows, just regular Notepad will work, or the equivalent for Mac. But they're a little hard to develop in because they're just plain text. If you download a more intelligent text editor, it can give you some IntelliSense perhaps that helps you figure out what you're trying to type. It could change the colors of different words so you know what they mean and their meaning in the language. They're pretty great, and there's lots of free options. People like Notepad++ a lot. It's free and it's good. Try, test, and true. I'm currently becoming a huge fan of Sublime Text. I really enjoyed working in this, and the great news about this one is they allow you to test it for free, as long as you need to, so you can decide whether you want to purchase it or not, which I highly recommend doing because it is a great product. But if you're just starting out and you're curious, there's no reason to spend any money. You can download Sublime and try it, see if you like it. You could use Notepad++, any other text editor that you like, or if you really want to, the basic text editor that will come with your computer. I'll provide links in the description to how to download any of this that you might want. And now I'm going to explain to you how it works, and we're going to go ahead and see if you can get a PHP script running. So first, after you've downloaded xampp, you're going to have this control panel here. And you see Apache, you're going to want to go ahead and click Start. And by the way, if you have any errors, they're going to appear here, and they'll help you figure out why it's not working. Once this is running, this Apache here, that means that you're going to be able to parse and create PHP scripts. If you ever want to do anything with your MySQL database, you'll want to click Start on MySQL, just to let you guys know. Well, great. We have our PHP scripts ready to go. So let's go ahead and open Sublime, or whatever you're using. You can create a new file, clicking File, New File, and you're going to want to save it in your htdocs. Okay, so it'll be in whatever your path name you specified, xampp, htdocs. Here, if you want to take a look at what mine is, and you can give it any type of name you want. We're going to go with example.php. .php means it's a PHP script, so that the computer knows to run PHP code. And the reason I said to save it in htdocs, by the way, is if you are using xampp, that's how it's going to know that these scripts here in this folder are meant to be parsed into PHP. But if you're using some other method, don't worry about it. It's all up to you. So we'll go ahead and create it. And let's go ahead and bring up whatever browser we're using. And I'm going to be using Internet Explorer for this tutorial, but I know that people don't like that, so I'd also recommend Google Chrome or Firefox. So if we go to the path, localhost, or you know what, let's take a moment to look at this path. I already have one up. But if you're using htdocs and you're using xampp, you're going to have a local host. That just means you're using your computer like it's a local server. So if you type in localhost and then the path or the URL to your file you just made, which in our case is example.php, we can simply type in, I'll start from the beginning so you can see, localhost dash example.php. Run that, and there we go. We got a blank document. This is good because it's showing that it is working. And now we can write some code. Now, PHP is often embedded directly into HTML. Okay. If you're not familiar with HTML, if that's scary, you don't know what I just did, that's okay. This is a PHP tutorial. Don't worry about it. We're going to be mostly focusing on PHP. And if you don't know HTML, you'll pick it up as we go. It's pretty simple. But if you do want to have PHP code running, you have to embed it in a PHP script, which is an angle bracket, question mark, PHP, and then a question mark, and a closing angle bracket. So everything in here, so lines 8, 9, all these new lines we created, will be parsed and interpreted as PHP script. So you don't know what these commands are yet, and that's okay. But I just want to show you that our file is working. So just write what I wrote, hello world, save it, and refresh. You get hello world. By the way, I'm going to be clicking Control and S to save a lot, so you might not always see me come to the file save option. So if sometimes you're like, wait, when did he save that code? Assume that if I'm refreshing it, I went ahead and saved our most current version. But then again, just to go back to this HTML, we don't want to do this every time. We're just going to delete it because it's distracting. We're just going to make this a PHP file, okay? And we're also going to delete this bottom closing tag here. What that'll do is it'll make the rest of the file PHP. So we don't have to worry about whether we're inside of the tag, outside, whatever. It's all okay. To demonstrate that, I'll save and refresh, and we still get hello world. Now you'll learn what these commands mean in the following videos and many more that we're going to be going over. I just want to test your environment works. If you're having any problems, try to leave a comment in the description if you can't solve it. And maybe I or some of the other followers could help you.